think it's burning.
So this here is the all-new HyperGoGo go-kart conversion kit that converts your hoverboard or Segway into a go-kart in a matter of seconds. Featuring a full suspension, front brake discs, and even a handlebar to get that full power as well as reverse function. Now, it's actually quite affordable and it's quite easy to use, so if you wanted your very own, be sure to check out their link down below in the description. So in this episode here, we'll be unboxing it, trying it out, and seeing exactly what it's all about. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started.
So these here are the boxes. Of course, we have our hoverboard. So we're actually using the Lamborghini hoverboard right over here. So this here's the 2 dots version. So this was actually sent over with the kit, which is the higher grade version of it. So you can see the breakdown of all the different pricing based off of that right over here. So the kit itself is really not that heavy. Essentially, it is a universal adapter, so that's kind of cool to see. Shipping came by pretty quick too. So let's go ahead and open it up and see what's on the inside. Nice. All right, so this here is the packaging. It's actually pretty well packaged for what it is. There's not that much padding around the sides, but it does kind of encase it, so it should be fine in terms of delivering further away. Now, we also get a helmet that I see right over here. Let's go and take a look at that. Sweet. So we got ourselves a nice looking helmet, a pair of goggles, and then part of our chair as well. And let's go ahead and take this thing out. All right, so in case you're wondering where everything else is, there's another box inside of here. So I think there's some tools in here that we need. There we go. All right, so we got some stickers. We have an instruction manual here. And lastly, we have our steering wheel. Pretty standard stuff here. Nothing too fancy from what it looks like. Now, the contraption that goes on the back does look pretty complicated from what it is, but I'm kind of excited to see how it kind of all unfolds. So let's go and take a look at the instruction manual next. So this is going to give us a step-by-step directions on how to go ahead and set this up. So literally, it looks like it's 3 steps. So kind of curious to see how that works. Stretch the cart to a suitable length is step number 1. Looking at the directions, it doesn't seem too complicated. 1, 2, 3. So far, we're somewhere here. So stretching it was kind of difficult. You actually have to kind of like push it apart. So just kind of keep that in mind. It does take some finesse. All right, next we're going to install the hoverboard. So the nice thing about this is you can technically install any kind of hoverboard you want. So you have like 2 different models. So this is like a lower version of it, and this is a higher version of it. So literally it's plug and play. It just literally, you have to make sure you face it the correct way. So the way we're going to install this is kind of simple. So you take your hoverboard, you make sure it's faced backwards with the power button on the back or the reverse side. And then just go ahead and lift up the unit, and then you just go ahead and place it in the middle, just like kind of like that. Take the Velcro strap, bring it underneath, put it through the loop. All right, so that's kind of it in terms of setting it up. So literally there is a Velcro strap that holds onto your hoverboard, and then the pedals on the front will kind of deviate what's going on in the back. So if you press the gas, it'll kind of tilt the hoverboard forward. If you hit the brake, it'll actually use the brakes on the front. Now it does have a gradual speed, but you do have a handle in the back that you can go ahead and push down and allow you to give instant speed as well. Now in terms of the control goes, it's pretty straightforward. So you just have a steering joint that allows you to go ahead and rotate left and right. And then in terms of everything in the back, it's just all connected with your foot pedals. All right, so we're all set and ready to go. Got my helmet on, got my glasses on. I'm gonna go try it on the inside here since it's kind of night outside already. Just kind of get a better feel of how the go-kart feels. So let's go ahead and try this out. So seat comfort-wise, it's not that bad. I mean, it could be a little bit cushionier, but it's not that bad for what it is. So you got your brake pedal, you got your gas pedal. If you hit your accelerator, you can see how fast it goes. Pressing acceleration, it's going, and now it's picking up speed. All right, here we go. Whee! So that was it in terms of the acceleration aspect of it. Now, if I go ahead and back into reverse by using the reverse bar, I can use the speed button, which is this one right over here. So I push down this handlebar and you'll see watch what happens. All right, well, with that being said, kind of gives you an idea what that is in terms of the inside. Let's go and take it outside now and try it out. All right, so we're outside here finally. Let's go ahead and try this thing out and see exactly what this thing's all about. All right, let's go ahead and try this out. Whee! All right, so far this thing is actually pretty smooth for what it is. I mean, you can see that the handling of it is quite well. I mean, literally, I'm going at full force right now and it's just like a breeze. Wow, the thing is fast. Okay, all right, so we're coming on the turn. So far, this thing handles really well for what it is. I mean, you can see that literally I'm driving with one hand and there's no issues at all. Now, the power itself is determined based on what kind of Segway you're using. So really, it bases it off of exactly how fast it is or what kind of acceleration. Now, all I have to say is that really it's not that bad for what it is. I mean, the go-kart itself is quite flexible and the brakes are quite spot on. Well, literally, just like that, and then you can go ahead and accelerate in a split of a second. Now, other than that, I think it's actually a great piece of equipment. You just gotta be a little careful in terms of where you're driving because, you know, it literally is a go-kart. It's not really legal depending on where you're driving. But for what it is, I have to say, this thing is a lot of fun. I mean, woohoo, whoa. All right, let's go ahead and take a turn. All right, you can see that this thing is really, really edgy in terms of driving. But yeah, hope this guy gives you an idea exactly what this thing's about. Would I recommend it? Definitely yes, especially if you're kind of bored of your Segway or your hoverboard. This really does give it a nice edge. And yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you guys next time. Take care now. Bye-bye. This thing is burning.
Oh, yeah. Why is it burning?
You wanna hold it?
Overheated. Barely went anywhere.
That's crazy. How the hell did that up? You turn it off.
Can you unplug it and plug it back in somehow?
Right there.